Wait, no, honey, I don't have your car seat. No, because Bubba's got to come, and his car seat's in my car.
Hi everyone. Waiting for some people to join us. My husband is taking my baby and going to the store. So I'm just gonna wait a few minutes for some people to join us. Oh, ma'am. You want to say hi? She likes the camera. All right, so we are going to talk about recruiting. Again, we're going to see if it works again. I'm hoping you guys can get this information before the event tonight. So, stop making faces at people. She makes crazy faces like her dad. So, we're just sitting outside waiting for you guys. Oh, who just joined us? Hello, Miss Evelyn. So, don't be like that. You're not a baby. Stop it. Stop. This is Mommy's work video. You're being rude. Say sorry. Say sorry. She does not quite realize that there's people on the other side of this video. Okay, so recruiting. Recruiting is a big deal. You know, you can't grow your team. You can't become a leader. Are you taking Lila?
I can't. I don't have a car seat.
And can she go in the house so I can do this? You have to go in the house with me. Bye, Bubbers.
Alright, I'll be back with your celebratory one.
Thanks. My husband's going to get me some wine because he loves me. Anyway, so I guess you guys have recruiting questions. Apparently you think I can answer them, so I will try. So the number one thing with recruiting for me is that I'm not pushy about it, or at least I try not to be as pushy as I really could be because I'm a pushy person. So I always use the like our how to invite concept, like the ask people if they want an invitation, ask people if they want more information kind of idea. And Evelyn, I know that you have questions, so do you want to post some of those questions and I can answer them? Usually I feel really weird in the beginning, and then people start asking me things and I start talking and I feel less weird. So I guess most of my recruits, hello again, Miss Evelyn. Most of my recruits have been past hostesses. I read a statistic that something like 85% of our new recruits are past hostesses. And I will tell you, of my recruits, hi Tiffany, of my recruits, I think I have three recruits that aren't past hostesses. Hello, blurry image. I don't know. I swear the internet is broken, like the moon broke the internet or something, because I had Facebook problems today. This is like the third time I've tried to do this scope today. If this doesn't work, I'm just gonna make you guys a video. A plant. Yes. Oh, well, there's a plant behind me, or like behind the phone. Leaves. A tree. Interesting. California. Oh, you want to see? There's the plant behind me. There's my neighborhood. It's my car. I have to have a giant car because I have a million children. There's my street. The tree that my kids like to climb that freaks the neighbors out. The UPS man that usually brings me books. because he's my favorite. My plant, my very annoying dog, who likes to stay everything. Okay, can you guys see me now? Me. Maybe. Well, anyway, so most of my recruits have been past hostesses. Tiffany is not a past hostess, and Rebecca is not a past hostess, and Nicole is not a past hostess, but everyone else is a past hostess. And so I would say that statistic probably works out for me. I don't know off the top of my head exactly how many recruits I have. I think it's like 13. So of that 13, it might be 14. Of that number, 3 of them are not past hostesses. So for me, the best way to recruit is to talk to my hostesses. I mean, they've already kind of sort of bought in. If you know what, like they haven't... okay, I'm really bad at explaining these things. They're already excited about the books. They want the free books. They want to have the books, right? You already know that they're excited for the most part. And so what I usually do is when they contact me or I contact them to set up their party, you'll see in the hostess coaching note in the Evernote, it has like in the first contact, I just say, or the second contact. So after they get everything all set up, they have their date and they have their 10 yeses or 25 yeses or however many it is. So before I add them to their event, what I like to do is I like to just plant the seeds. Because you plant the seeds for success now. You plant the seeds for success in the little things you do. So I plant the seed on the second contact when she's like, oh, I got my 10 yeses. And I'm like, fantastic, I'll set up your event. And, you know, like, make sure you add so many people, 35 people, and that kind of thing. And then I say, you know, just so you know, I ask this of everyone because 85% of our past hostesses become or 85% of our consultants are past hostesses. So I just say, you know, because of that statistic, I like to ask everyone first if they would consider becoming a consultant, because business-wise, it's better for you to host your own party as your launch party and get the 25% commission and the free books than it is for me to take your commission and you to not, you know, get those sales if you join after your party. So most of the time people don't join right then. I think that's happened like once, maybe. Most of the time, you know what, I take it back. I have 4 consultants, recruits that are not past hostesses. Anyway, I'm pretty sure it's 4. Anyway, but I will say that there are only a few that I knew personally before UBAM. Like every one of them has come from a party, even the ones that were not past hostesses. So anyway, so I just say, you know, would you consider that? And most of the time they say, oh yeah, well, I'm not really interested. And I say, you know what, no problem. Let's do your party. That's awesome. I love the 25% commission. And then after their party, I just say, or during the party, I always do the ask me questions, any questions, bit. And I feed questions to my hostesses, especially if they are not, especially if they're not already asking questions on that post. I say, oh, you know what, could you go on there, because people, you know, like, if they see you asking questions, they'll be more likely to ask questions. You know, someone's got to be the icebreaker. And I'll say, you know, ask me how much I make, or something like super personal, so they don't feel so weird asking me questions. And so I feed her questions, and she asks, and then she's like, oh my gosh, you make that much? That's crazy. No way. And then after the party, when we're closing out, I'll say it again. And now that I'm outside my incentive period, I'm going to start telling my hostesses as we're closing out, if their party hit 250, I'm going to say, you know what, your party hit 250, and if you sign up as a consultant, you will get double free books. Because a lot of times people would host because of double free books. Now I want them to join because of double free books. So that's really how I find my recruits, is they're just people in the parties that are interested. The people who are asking lots of questions. But I'm, in my opinion, way less pushy than I am as a person. Like, I'm a pushy person. I'm a passionate person. I don't do so great with those kind of people that like just go with the flow, because I am the flow. Like, I am the Russian River. I'm taking you with me. And so I am working really, really hard on not being that crazy pushy person. Tiffany, you're laughing. I'm sure you guys have noticed that I'm probably like the Russian River kind of person, and not the like easygoing, go with the flow kind of person. That's not me. Anyway, so I'm working on not being pushy, and I'm just always saying like, no pressure, you know, there's this event tonight, and you guys should be in, like, message a few people and just say, you know what, there's this event tonight, and it's like a Q&A for still nothing. You can't see anything? So weird. Okay, well, I will, my phone should be recording this video, so I will post it on YouTube for you. Okay, so you guys should have messaged at least 3 people to invite tonight to this event. And I will tell you that I don't think anyone has ever joined my team after this event, like, because of the event. It just gives me an opening to like talk to them about things. And so I would, if I were you guys, and this is what I do, is I would message some of my past hostesses, and I would just say, hey, this event is tonight, and you know what, it's totally no pressure. You can just ask questions, or you can just be there, but they're doing a giveaway, so can I send you an invitation? And she'll either say yes or no. They usually say yes, because they have some of our books, and who doesn't want free books? I mean, I want free books. I want to go to the recruiting event and get free books. That'd be awesome. So I just use that as an opportunity to, like, for me, this recruiting event is not about like the actual recruiting. It's about people who have expressed an interest in the past, like in the past month. If they expressed an interest in joining my team, or I just think that they would be really fantastic at it, I will message them and I'll say, hey, there's this event tonight, so that we can like kind of start the dialogue again. The other thing I do is just like when I'm hostess coaching, and I'm like, you're an awesome hostess, because she is an awesome hostess. Even if she's not doing exactly what she wanted to do, she's an awesome hostess. She invited her friends, unless she didn't invite her friends, and then she's probably not an awesome hostess. But if she invited her friends, she's an awesome hostess, because now you have access to her friends. Even if she's not doing squat, even if you get no sales, you still could get a party. So I do the same thing when I'm talking to people, because I think everyone could be good at this job. Everyone could have a great business for them. And so I just say, you know what, I think you'd be great at this. I really see that you love these books, and, you know, there's that. The other thing is, like, I try not to, I'm really bad at this, as you guys know, because you've watched my hour-long scopes. I try really, really, really hard not to tell them all the things. To not be like, oh my gosh, you get this great discount, and this is how it works, and you could write your own success story, and you know, for every blah, whatever it is. Like, I just talk to them and I let them ask questions. Sometimes people will be like, can I get more info? And I'm like, okay, well, there's a lot of info. So, if you guys I think it's on the Emeralds group, but it might be in the Gems group. There's the personality colors test, and I took that test and I thought it was kind of lame, but after it was done, I didn't think it was so lame because it totally described me, and it actually has information on recruiting according to someone's color, like their personality type. And one of the things it says to ask is to say, if they're like, can I get more information? You say, would you like more information about like the numbers or the people? And then based on what they say, you can give them more information. Like Tiffany, for example, is openly our researcher. She wants to know all the information about all the things. I don't want to know all the information about all the things because I start to panic and freak out, too much information. So when Tiffany was recruiting, she wanted to know all the information. So I gave her all the information. And she went into it feeling comfortable and confident with all the information. I didn't want to know all the information. I wanted to know how hard it was to get parties. Because I have 5 kids. I mean, that pretty much explains why I wanted to know how hard it was. So that's one of the things you can do, is you can just ask them, like, what do they want more information on? Because I would tell people, oh, well, this is how much I made, and this is how long I worked, and this is how many parties I did. So apparently I'm kind of a numbers person. I don't think so, though. And then, you know, someone else could be like, well, I want to know, like, what's in it for me, and what are the goals, and, you know, how do you meet people to do parties, and, you know, like, what are the benefits personally? Those are all really different than what I would ask. So you want to make sure that you're giving them the information they want, and not just the information that would be helpful to you. Hi, Miss Gwen. We're talking about recruiting. I don't know. What'd you do when you recruited me? Can you see the screen? Because Evelyn's having some problems. Tiffany, can you see it? I hope you guys can, because I'm gonna scream at this stupid internet. My husband changed our internet, but I've also had problems with Facebook, and Becca said she was having problems too. So I think the internet is broken. You can't see me. Can you hear me? I'm not that much to look at today. I look kind of baggy, but can you hear my voice? I'm guessing you can, because you answered my question. Well, so as far as recruiting goes, do you guys have any questions? Because that's about all I do, is I just talk to people and make them, I do the ask me questions post, and then the people who ask a lot of questions, which, by the way, I got that post from Gwen, so yeah, I don't know where she got it, but it's awesome. That post is really awesome. So the people who ask a lot of questions on those posts are the people that I messaged to do a party. Even if they didn't say they wanted to do a party, they're the ones that I'm like, hey, you know, I see that you're really excited. I'd love to get a party for you. Because those are the people that I want to recruit, but I want them already to see. Oh, the reason I ask if they want to recruit, like if they want to join after they get their 10 yeses, I want them to see that they can be successful, that their friends are interested. So they already got 10 yeses for a party, and so they can be successful already. And then the other thing that I also learned from Gwen, who is amazing. I love Gwen. She's my favorite. Well, she's my favorite sponsor. She's my favorite upline because she's my buddy. But she, when I signed up, she gave me Amanda's party. Amanda, who is now a consultant, but she gave me Amanda's party even though she had it already booked, and I have continued to do that with my hosts that join. If somebody from their party booked a party, I give them that party. And like a week or two ago, whenever it was that Beth and Ashley Patrice and Dominique joined, I'm scrambling to make parties in the next few weeks, and I'm totally okay with that because I want them to be successful, and I want them to know that I actually care about their success. So I would rather scramble for parties and them go into their business feeling successful and with parties on the books. And I think that is so important. And that's another thing that I talk about with the hostesses when we're closing out the party, when I bring it up again and I say, I just want to make sure that, if you are interested, you could join right now. And you would get these 3 parties or however many parties it is that your friends booked from your party. Those would be your parties and you could take them over. And I think that's always a really great thing to do. I think it's generous, and as a Christian, I believe that being generous, is what I'm called to do. I know my mom, who's a little more new agey, like she believes that when you spread generosity and you're generous, it comes back to you, kind of thing. So I feel like the best business practice is to be giving, and if giving those parties to my hostesses makes them feel more comfortable, that's totally awesome. I want them to feel like their business is going to be a success, because it is. The one thing I don't do, and that I would never ever tell you to do, is to do the party for them. Because I've done that and it didn't go super well. Like, all of the posts were for me, from me, and she was like my second recruit, and I was so excited to have a new recruit, and I was like, oh, well, I've already got the party all set up, it's totally fine, we'll just, you'll be the one that does the party. And the party flopped, and it could have just been a flop party, but I also think it flopped because the consultant that was my recruit didn't feel confident, and like I've told you guys a lot, fake it till you make it. If you need to message me or any other person on the team to find out the answer to a question, that is fine. Message us, don't tag us, because you want to look like the expert. And so that was something I learned the hard way with that situation. So that's just another way to encourage your hostesses to join. And I think that's about it. You know what? Evelyn asked me some questions earlier. And of course I can't see, I'm scared to, I don't know what will happen if I close out the screen and switch to a different app. But I think I probably hit all of them. I don't go out, I do go out intending to recruit, for sure. I believe that recruiting is, first of all, one of the most fun things in the business, because it's a thrill every time you make a sale, but it is like dancing up and down every time you get a recruit, because it's fun and it's hard, and getting a recruit is really exciting, and it's also fun because I get to know all of you guys and help you and support you, and I love that. That's awesome. And also, I talked earlier about our influence as you, depending on what you are in the business for, depending on your why. If your why is to spread literacy, your influence is so much bigger if you have recruits. Because if you know 100 people right? You only know 100 people. But if you know 100 people and you have 3 recruits and they all know 100 people, that's 400 people. And if your 3 recruits all have 3 recruits, that's a lot. That's 900. And the 300 is 1,200, 1,300? It could be wrong. Math in my head is not my strong suit. I'm a pencil and paper visual learner kind of person. So recruiting is about spreading your influence. As you're recruiting and you promote to team leader, it's about supporting your team, and you get paid for doing so. Let's see here. What else? It's also just fun to have people to do this with, because I am so excited about the new titles. I can't even tell you. Like, I've been thinking about Where's Will and Olga the Polga and this Thesaurus for let's see here. Well, I heard about them at regionals, which I think was in July, the end of July. So it's been 2 months. I'm still excited about these books. Let me tell you, my husband and my best friend really don't care anymore. They love me and they'll listen to me, but the reality is they don't really care anymore. But you know who does still care about my thesaurus? You guys. Well, maybe not. Maybe you care about a different book, but I'm excited about the thesaurus because I'm a word nerd. So it's also just fun to have, people you're doing this business with. It's awesome. So, all right, I'm going to sign off. I have to make some tacos for my kids. It's a little early, but we have this recruiting thing. I want to sign off and try to get this uploaded. I hope it's saved. I'm going to try to upload to YouTube, and then I'll share the link so that hopefully you guys can watch it, because I want you guys to have this information before this event tonight. And so I think the best thing I can leave you with is just to say, you are not asking people to do you a favor by joining your team. You are offering them something amazing. I think every one of you that is here and working your business can see that this is honestly an amazing opportunity. And if the opportunity is not right for them, that's okay. It's not, whatever the situation is, you never know. I've had people tell me, no thanks, I'm not interested. And then a month later, they wanted to join the team, and now they're like rocking it. But just remember, you are doing them a favor, because you don't know if they need this. You don't know if they need the money. You don't know if they need the recognition, the anything but being mom right this second kind of feeling. You just never know, and you never know who's going to be your next amazing recruit. So just remember, just keep offering. Go for the no. The more no's you get, the more yeses you get, because you're going to get no's. And if you're scared to get no's, you can't get a yes either, because you're not asking anyone. So, try to invite 3 people tonight. That might mean that you have to reach out to 10 people and, dangle that free book. Do it for your parties. Do it for this. And you never know. It could just be, you can just say, I just want your opinion. Tell me what you think. If you have any more questions. And then they're just kind of thinking about it. Sometimes people just gotta think about it for a while. All right, well, those are my recruiting tips. I don't think they're super anything abnormal or unuseful, but just remember, you'll get there. And people say no, but people say yes too. All right, I'll talk to you guys later. Hopefully I'll see you at that recruiting event. And if you guys have any questions, let me know. Oh, Tiffany, you stuck with me even though you couldn't see my face. I'm so happy. My face is all, I didn't wear any makeup, and my hair is growing out. I have this weird mullet thing. I really need to go get a haircut, but 5 kids. All right. I will talk to you guys later. Have a good evening.